Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in for another pattern tutorial. I've got a wonderful pattern here for you today. It's got a lovely texture. The texture is created by these little three double crochet twists here. So you could say it's a version of a granny stripe, but worked in a different way. It's a great one for blankets, it's a great one for scarves because you can work this way as well. If I put the pattern here, you can see these little sort of coned twists that it makes. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I think you can see what I mean. A little bit of a raised texture because we're working into they're three double crochets but worked in a front post manner, which give this lovely pattern to it. What do you think? You can have it any way you want. That's the front and that's the back, so it isn't both sided, but it's a lovely pattern for cushions and throws as well. If you wanted to, you could be more adventurous and change your colours, have different stripes of this if you fancy. Let me have a look at my notes. Right, so the pattern is worked up in lightweight yarn and a 3.5mm crochet hook. That's what I've used for this little sample, but of course you can use any of your own materials. Just go with the corresponding hooks. You can play with the hooks and the yarns depending on what you want to make. The pattern is worked up in multiples of 4 plus 2. Right, shall we begin? Okay. Got the same sort of colour yarn here. Grab your 3.5 if that's what you're going to use, same as me. Do your slip knot how you do your slip knot. Okay, so multiples of 4 plus 2, so let's do 16 plus 2. There's 16 and 2 more chains. Just before I begin, you can slow down the video tutorial by clicking the settings buttons under playback menu. Just slide it to the left and it will go slower or faster. And the other thing is, of course, you can pause. If I get to the end of the row before you, just pause and catch up in your own time. Right, the first row is a single crochet row, so you never count the one on the hook. Skip one and put your hook into the next chain, pull up a loop and pull through 2. These are your single crochets. You will need to know how to do single crochets and double crochets for this pattern. Actually, let me just think. Yeah, no, this is the only single crochet row here. And I'll place one at the top just to sort of, you know, balance it out. And you can do that if you're creating something like a scarf, or if you just want a straighter edge. But it turns out fairly straight. If you're making a blanket, adding a border, then you may not need to. Okay, I'm getting to the end of my row. That's your single crochet row. Right, you want to chain 3, and we are going to do a double crochet row, but we are only going to work into the front loops, so we create this little line at the bottom here. So chain 3, that will count as a double crochet. Move on to the next single crochet, which is here. You have both loops. Just work into the first loop. So yarn over, go into your first loop, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2. Next stitch, 1 loop only, and double crochet. By working the front loop only, you leave this little line, the other part of the stitch here at the front. So go ahead and do front loop, double crochets all across your single crochets. This is row number 2, and we will be repeating row number 2 and 3, so 2 row repeat. When you get to the very last one, it's a personal choice. You can either just go into the one loop as all of the stitches, or you can do both loops. I sometimes like to do both loops, just creates a more sturdy edge. So I think I will do that as well. So when you get to your very last one, grab both loops, okay? And do your very last double crochet. So we have a really flat piece of work this side, and what we've created is this lovely little line here. Now we're going on to row number 3, which is the fun row. Chain 3, that will count as a stitch. Skip this next one and go to the one after. And what we want to do is place 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets front post. So yarn over, skip this one, go to the next one, put your hook behind it, grab the loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2 as a normal double crochet. Then we will do it 2 more times. That's the second one, and that's the third one. And this creates this twisted little double crochet. Now we will skip one, which would be this one, because we can see we've worked this one, so we'll skip this one, go to the next one, but on top of the stitch place a double crochet as normal. Yarn over, you can see we've worked this one. We will now skip this one and place our front post 3 double crochets on the next one. We will skip this next one, go to the one after and place a double crochet on the top. And that's your repeat. You want to skip one and do your front post double crochets, and skip one and do 1 double crochet into the stitch. We will skip one here, we'll do 3 double crochets here, front post, we will be left with 1 double crochet and the chain 3. Now you can put your last double crochet on top of the chain 3 into the stitch or in the space. This is entirely up to you. I'll just place it on top of the double crochet. Okay, back to row 2, which is a double crochet row, front loops only. Chain 3, so that will count as a stitch. Go to the next one, front loops only, and place your double crochets in just that front one loop. Even though it's a 2 row repeat, we will alternate where our front post double crochets will go on the next one. We skipped one last time, and I'll show you what you need to do with this. next row. So the pattern will be repeating really, I guess, row number 2 and 3, or row number 2 and 5. I'll show you what I mean by that. But if you can see what the pattern is, you don't need to worry too much. Okay, coming towards the end. And 1 double crochet on top of your chain 3. You can also do chain 2 if your double crochets are a lot higher, because some people's double crochets can be a bit higher, but I think 3 works better, okay, on this one. So chain 3, and we are repeating this row here, but what we're going to do is chain 3, double crochet in the normal stitch to the next one, and then what we will do, yes, and another double crochet. So once we've placed our 2 double crochets, we will skip the next stitch, and then if we look at the stitch after, it sits directly on top of that 1 double crochet from the previous row. So if you ever get confused, find that 1 double crochet from the previous pattern row and do your 3 double crochets around there. So yarn over as normal. We will skip 1 once we've done. On this row we didn't do any, we just skipped 1 here and did the double crochet. On this one we're actually placing 2 double crochets in here. And go skip the next one, so find your double crochet which is here, go to this stitch here and do your 3 front post double crochets. Once you've placed those, you will skip the next one, and then now what you will find is that there's the 3 double crochets twist from the previous row. Automatically we'll play, it's the center one, so we'll skip 1 as normal and place our double crochet, and it should align with the center of this one. Hope you understand what I'm saying. Any problems, please do message me. Okay, so we'll skip the next one and we will automatically sit on top of this one, which will be our 3 double crochets. Skip the next one, and for the one after, it will sit on top of this double crochet, place your double crochet. Skip 1, place your 3 double crochets on the next one, which will sit on top of this double crochet. You really won't need to think about it so much when you're doing it, I'm just explaining it for the tutorial purposes. So we will skip that one, and then we will place 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, as we did here, and then we've got the chain 3, and then we'll have our very last double crochet on top of the chain 3. So just a quick recap. We're now back to row 2, which is chain 3 and front loop double crochets. But when we get back to here, we will chain 3, we will skip this one, hypothetically, we're up here, but yeah, we will chain 3, we will skip the next double crochet and place our 3 double crochet front post here. Then when we get to this next cluster, we're technically placing our double crochet on top of the 3rd in the middle one, so they should align in that way. So your 1 single double crochet will always sit in the middle of the 3 cluster from the row below, and your twist will sit around the double crochet that's immediately on top of the single double crochet. Hope that makes sense, guys. definitely try this. It's really, really simple. It is simple. Don't worry. If I've confused you, please do message me. And like I said, you can finish off with a double crochet row if you wish. I mean, single crochet. But yeah. What do you think? Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Please do subscribe, like and share. Please do try this one. It's a really sweet pattern. Trying to wiggle it around for you. That's the back and that's the front. Okay. Go ahead, give this one a go, guys. Thanks for all your support as usual. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you on the next one.